What's going on, Internet? It's time for a tutorial. Today I'm going to be showing you how to remove the bumper and install a big bumper on any Mk2 Volkswagen Golf, Jetta, GTI, GLI, whatever the hell you have. This specifically is my 86 GTI 16 valve, and I have a small bumper which is a little beat. And I've been to a junkyard and found a decent big bumper on a Jetta, so I'm going to be putting that on today. Alright, so first order of business is going to be removing this little chin panel here. Mine is has seen better days. Now, as far as I can tell, it's only 4 bolts. 2 that attach it to the fender back here, and 2 up front underneath the bumper on either side. Now, those have rotted out, so this should be fairly easy. You don't have to jack up the car for this, but if you're fat, it helps. So this car has spent most of its life in Pennsylvania, so it kind of goes without saying that you're going to want to spray penetrating oil on everything before you get started. I use Croil, which is miles better than PB Blaster if you can find it. That's highly recommended to delay the inevitable breaking bolts. So let's get started. Easy squeezy lemon peasy. So your next step is the bumper mount bolts themselves. The first thing to do is take out your turn indicator. That's just one 8mm bolt that holds it on from the inside. It's a little bit of a pain in the ass. That is just so you can get, you can't see them in there, but the other end of the bumper mount bolts so you can spray some penetrating oil in so you don't break one off like I just did. Now these 2 bolts also support the this cross member here, which connects to the front engine mount, so put a jack under here so you don't squish your head. So now that you're waiting for those 4 bolts to soak with the penetrating oil, you can move on to these 2 bolts up here, which you can see through the indicator hole. You probably won't need to put much penetrating oil on these because rust doesn't really accumulate here. And that's 2 17mm bolts, 1 on either side. The only real way to get them is from underneath the bumper with a deep well socket. If you don't have a 72mm wrench, you're probably going to get like 1 click every time you go back and forth, so good luck with that. So after I broke the 1 bolt, I completely rounded off another one, and if you don't know this trick, when you do that, you just take an old 12-point socket of one size smaller and just hammer it on there, and then you have a 3/8 drive bolt that's good for reinstallation when you're done. So to recap, it's those 4 bolts underneath for the main bumper mounts, and then the 2 smaller ones that come in from the side. And after you have those out, it's that. So once you have the old bumper off, you're just going to want to go ahead and wait for your fenders to turn white, and then you know it's safe to put the new one on. And then that is as easy as just sliding it in and then putting in those 6 bolts and then your indicators. But I won't walk you through that because that's simple and boring. So that's all for today. Like and subscribe or some shit, I don't care.